What if I told you that almost 90% of your day is run on autopilot, and you don't even notice it happening? Most people think they're making conscious choices, but research shows that nearly 95% of your actions come from your subconscious mind, quietly repeating patterns you didn't even choose. Your brain doesn't pick habits because they make your life better. It picks them because they save energy. And the scary part? The brain doesn't care whether the habit is helpful or destructive. It just repeats whatever feels familiar. Think of your habits like invisible puppeteers pulling the strings from behind the curtain. You don't see them, but they control everything. But here's the twist most people never hear: those puppeteers can be rewired. Today, you'll discover why habits silently take over your life, and the psychology-backed method to finally take control back. Your brain has a secret priority, and it's not your success. It's efficiency. The brain burns a ton of energy making decisions, so it looks for shortcuts anywhere it can. That's why it throws repetitive tasks into autopilot mode. Things like brushing your teeth, scrolling, snacking, reacting. Your brain stores these actions inside the basal ganglia, the same region that creates habits to conserve mental fuel. This is why you can drive home, reach your door, and suddenly realize you don't remember half the trip. Your brain was on autopilot, steering the wheel while you were thinking about something else entirely. Picture this: you open your phone just to check one thing. Next thing you know, 20 minutes are gone. You didn't choose it. Your autopilot did. But there's a hidden moment, an invisible spark, where every habit begins forming. And almost no one notices it. Every habit in your life follows one formula, even the ones that are quietly ruining your day. It's called the habit loop, discovered through MIT research. It goes like this: cue, routine, reward. Cues are tiny triggers: stress, boredom, the ding of a notification, even a smell or a time of day. The routine is the behavior you automatically perform. The reward? Not always pleasure, sometimes it's just familiarity. Your brain loves anything that feels predictable. Imagine this: you get stressed and open TikTok. Not because it solves anything, but because your brain remembers a tiny drop of dopamine from last time. Here's the strange part: this loop can be hijacked without being destroyed. You can keep the cue. You can keep the reward. You just change the routine. If willpower worked, none of us would struggle with bad habits. Willpower isn't strong, it's fragile. The prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for self-control, gets tired quickly. It's strongest in the morning, weakest at night, and collapses the moment you're stressed. But habits live in the subconscious. They don't get tired. They don't care about your goals. They just repeat. Think about those nights you promised yourself, "I'll sleep early tonight." But somehow, it's 1 a.m. and you're still scrolling. That's not you failing. That's your willpower losing. So if willpower is weak, what actually breaks a habit? Friction. Friction is simply making bad habits harder and good habits easier. Your brain picks the path of least resistance every time. If your phone is on your desk, you grab it. If it's in a drawer across the room, your brain thinks twice. Same with food. If a bag of snacks is on the table, you'll snack without thinking. But if it's wrapped, stored high, and out of sight, your brain loses interest. Small changes. Massive effects. Habits don't stick because you repeat them. They stick because of identity. Your brain loves consistency. If you believe, "I'm someone who always quits," you'll act like it. If you believe, "I'm a healthy person," your behaviors slowly match that identity, almost automatically. James Clear calls this identity-based habits, and it's powerful. Someone who says, "I'm trying to quit smoking," struggles. But someone who says, "I'm not a smoker," doesn't fight the behavior, they let go of the identity. So how do you change your identity without forcing it? By creating micro wins, tiny, consistent actions that reinforce the new identity. Your brain doesn't change with big goals. It changes with tiny wins. The reward system in your brain doesn't care about size, only frequency. Small wins give quick dopamine hits. Those hits lock new behaviors into your neural pathways. Doing 5 push-ups a day creates the identity, I'm someone who exercises. Reading 1 page a day becomes, I'm a reader. Writing 1 sentence becomes, I'm a writer. Small wins build identity. Identity reinforces habits. Habits shape your life. But there's one more piece that makes everything stick, your environment. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your environment. Your surroundings trigger more than 80 of your habits. Bright, colorful apps pull your attention. Messy desks create mental noise. Clean spaces invite clarity and focus. A student struggling with productivity might try time management, motivation videos, discipline hacks, but the moment they put their phone in another room, their focus doubles. Not because they became stronger, but because the environment stopped pulling them down. Resetting your autopilot starts with one small environmental change. Move the triggers for your bad habits out of sight, and bring cues for good habits closer. Quick question, which habit do you think controls you the most right now? Is it scrolling? Procrastination? Overthinking? Drop it in the comments, sometimes naming it is the first step to breaking it. Your habits don't define you. They're simply reflections of the systems around you, your cues, your environment, your tiny wins, your identity. And now you understand the hidden loops behind them. Every open loop from earlier connects here. Autopilot loses power when friction rises, identity shifts, and your environment supports the version of you that you actually want to become. If you're ready to take back control, start with one small win today. Just one. That's all your brain needs to begin rewiring itself. And if you enjoy videos that blend psychology, science, and curiosity, consider subscribing. Your transformation starts with awareness, and awareness starts right here. Control your habits, or your habits will control you.